All right, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, please go ahead and put your city and state in the chat space. Put your city and state in the chat space. Let us know that you can hear us, okay? Because we are about to have an amazing time here. All right, y'all. Hello, everybody. I'm pushing buttons. My bad. How is everybody doing? Welcome in. I am so excited to be here. Hopefully, you guys can hear me clearly. I think the audio is up. Okay, great. And I am about to just get started into this training. Okay, so I'm going to get started in this training. Hold on. Let me just make sure I let everybody know that registered RSVP child. We live so they don't miss it. Now, as you guys, hold on. Okay, we're good. Okay, as you guys come on in, again, please do not hesitate to let me know your city and state. Oh, look at this. Okay. I don't even know what it did. I don't know. I'm testing out this broadcast. What I do, guys, is I work with authors. Okay. I've been working with authors since 2014. We have helped produce more than 6,000 authors. One of the things I started paying attention to, though, as I was working with authors is really, were they profitable? Were they still promoting their books? Were they still making money? Okay. And, what I was noticing was a trend. Typically a person would launch their book and within a matter of 30 to 90 days, I would see them not talking about their book anymore. Hey, Karen, what's going on? Karen Larkin. I ordered my shelves too, just so you know. I just want to let you know, girl, I can't wait because this echoey got to go. Okay. Anyways, hello, Facebook from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Originally, that sounds like Dom is in the house. Hello, Dom. So anyways, I decided, I started paying attention and I was noticing these trends. A lot of people were producing these books, not making money, or within 30 to 90 days, I didn't see them promoting it anymore. And I'm going to tell you guys, I wrote my first book in 2012 and still to this day, I still use that book as marketing. Okay. I still market my book. I still leverage my book. I still make money from my book. I use that book to get on stages. I use that book to build multiple streams of income. I use that book to build credibility, and I have more books. I just came out with another book. Hold on. Where is that? This book right here. Yes, I'm single. Yes, I'm single. You see it? Yes, you see it? Yes, I'm single. I wrote this book because I started to do some research and I was paying, I'm trying to get on these podcasts because one of my good friends, the owner of Ship Zoom, where they can they fulfill your shipment orders. Do not say drop ship. They fulfill your shipment orders. So if you are an author and you have a lot of books going out, they can send them out for you on their behalf. Anyways, he was telling us how he had someone that's a part of his company that uses his services, made $1 million on podcasts. So I'm like, wait a minute. Baby, I'm trying to make $1 million on podcasting too. So I said, well, what I got to do, right? So I started paying attention to what are some of the top categories of podcasting today. Okay, and the top category, the top three, number one is, in no particular order. I don't know what order it was, but this was maybe a month, 2 months ago. One of them was sci-fi. Another one of them, I know, sci-fi. Hey, Anthony out of Nigeria. Welcome in. Hello, Catch the Vision, Love, Inspiration. Hello, darling, out of New Jersey. Hello. And so one was sci-fi. Another one is comedy. Comedy. Won't you do it? And then the third was relationships. Now, I am not in the relationship space. I'm not trying to be in a relationship space. But since I know that also I know what my target audience probably listens to is relationship podcasts. Hello? Are y'all with me? So I said, let me write a book so that I can use this book to pitch, get on the podcast, because all it takes is exposure. Exposure is exposure. Hello? Exposure is exposure. So I'm just trying to get, this exposure. And so on this particular training, I'm not going to talk to you about how to leverage your book to get more exposure. That'll be a separate one. But I am going to discuss with you guys about turning your book into multiple streams, because once you get that exposure, this is where people mess up. They're not making money from the book. They're not building multiple streams of income, right? I'm going to tell y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Type this in the chat. Is it easier to make $10,000 a month selling books for $20? Or is it easier to leverage your book to sell products to generate $10,000 a month? If you said the latter, then you are correct. Because guys, like, to sell $10,000 worth of books, if you're not selling them like on a third-party website, let's say you're selling them on your own, right? Our Book Profits Club family, y'all already know. We teach you guys to sell it on your own capture page. That's why we invested into a software so that you can have your own capture pages, right? So you make 100% of your profit. Well, in that situation where you make 100%, you still have to pay to print the book and ship it, right? So it's on average, I would say put $10 to the side. So that means you're going to make about $15 per book. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and switch screens real quick so y'all can see. Yes, honey. Let's switch screens. I want y'all to see me on the whiteboard. So that means on average, you're going to make, let's change the color of the jam. Okay. So on average, you're going to make about $15 profit for every book that you sell. Okay. You'll make about $15 profit. Now the challenge can y'all still hear me? Hopefully y'all can't. Hold on. Let me make sure the mic check 1. Okay. So on average, you're going to make about $15 profit from every book that you sell. Okay. You'll make $15 profit. To make $10,000 from a $15 profit, you literally have to sell 667 books every single month. Now, tell me if I ain't lying that to sell 667 books, that's going to be a lot of work. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I'm not saying it's not possible. Is it probable for most of us? No, it is not. I'm just being real transparent. And I don't know about you, like, there are some people who love working from sun up to sundown every single day. Yesterday, I ain't gonna lie, I put a 12-hour day in, but I don't do that every day. But some people love that. Like, some people love to be working all day long, okay? Type a 1 in the chat if you do not love to work all day long. Type a 1 in the chat if you do not love to be working all day long. And you want to know how to be able to work 2 to 4 hours per day, being consistent and making some money, right? So the goal is to teach you guys how to turn that book into multiple streams of income so that you could be able to focus on getting 100 books to 200, depending upon where you're at, right? 100 to 200 in qualified leads hands. Okay, you want to get 100. Now, I really want to keep it around the center point of 100 because it makes things easier. Now, on average, what will happen is when 100 people, if you get 100 people to buy your book, even if they pay $5. Listen to me. Even if they spend $5 for your book, on average, about 20% of them will become a customer. So if we have 100 and 20% of 100, that leaves us at 20 people will become your high ticket customer. Okay. Now let's just say you have a package price at $500. Some of y'all typing the 11111 to the chat. See, you have a package price at $500. This can be services. This can be, and we're going to break it down. Don't worry. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Services. This can be coaching. This can be whatever, but let's just say it's $500. If we were to break it down to $500 times 20, that's $10,000. Now, most of you guys, let me ask you a question, a real transparent question. How many of you guys here or know someone who has spent more than $500 for any kind of product or service? If you have, just type the money sign in the chat. How many of you guys know someone, or even if it's you, where you've spent more, whether it be, I don't care what it is, technology, a really nice facial. How many of you guys have invested into coaching? You know someone that has spent over $500 for a trip, conferences. They had over 20,000 people at a conference that just took place in Atlanta. And I know that them tickets was not $500. Hello? So is it safe to say that if you have the right transformation and you know how to leverage it the right way, hello, you can make this money. So let's get into this. I want to break it down even more because many of us, we got to understand that our book is not, the book sale is not the profit zone. It's the book leverage. And so my goal as an author is to have my book in as many people's hands that I possibly can. Now, I will be honest. I would like them to have put some skin in the game in order to have my book, right? And we'll talk a little bit about that. So what we're going to talk about is building out what I like to call your success funnel. And your success funnel is comprised of 4 items. 4 items. I promise you guys this. Please listen to me when I'm sharing this. Many of us out here trying to run multiple businesses. You're overworked and underpaid. You're barely making it. Yeah, you might have profits coming in, but especially for those of you guys who have an extremely high overhead, you're spending a lot of money back into your business. And then you're spending a lot of time back into your business. See, we come from a culture where we have been taught that in order to make money, we got to have multiple jobs. That's where we first started off. That's where the mindset first started, right? We got to have multiple jobs because, you know, Brenda up the street, hold on, y'all, I'm trying to put my face on the screen. Oh, hold on. Where's that now? Previous screen. Okay, yeah. Because, you know, Brenda that, you know, lived in the neighborhood, Brenda used to work, you know, 3-4 jobs, honey. She was what they called the ultimate hustler. Everybody gave respect to Brenda because, or Joe, because they had 3 and 4 jobs. But the one who just had 1 job, sometimes they're like, well, if you ain't got no money, you need to get another job. That was always the solution that we were given. And then as we grow older, if you don't have no money, if you don't have enough money, then go and get another degree. And so now we invest into another degree so that oh Lord, it's just all this stuff that we've been taught. So then when we get into business, we take that same mindset of having multiple jobs and thinking that it's cool to have multiple businesses. Now, I'm not telling you not, but what I am telling you is this: build your one business to 7 figures before you start creating any other businesses. Every single one of us has the ability to leverage our book to a 7-figure business. And let's just say, well, Taria, I don't really need to make 7 figures. Cool. Then just use your one book and your one business to build a 6-figure business. Now, type in the chat. If you want to make 6 figures, type the number 6. This ain't no competition. Don't try to impress me. Keep it real. What impresses me is when people like, Taria, listen, I just want to make $5,000. Okay. So if you want to make 6 figures a year, or if you want to make 7 figures a year, put a 6 or a 7. And if you say, you know what, I'm just good with a nice high 5 figures, put 5, right? Either way, guys, you got to start being real with the income that you are willing to work for. But the truth is, it doesn't require that you got to go out and get 2 and 3 and 4 different businesses. That is crazy. I don't even like working that much. Hello? I could not work 2 and 3. Child, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We work so much in Book Profits Club. I could not even imagine bringing on another business. And let me just add this as well, because some of y'all remember, and I've been so hesitant at releasing this back because I just don't have the space. I have a company called Urban CEO. So Urban CEO was a nonprofit that I launched, right? Now, if I'm going to launch another nonprofit, it's got to be in connection to the books so that it doesn't require for me to do anything else. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I launched this company, but we had to run it like a nonprofit. We had weekly meetings. We had networking events. We had all types of stuff. Y'all, it was running me crazy because I'm trying to run Urban CEO, and then I'm trying to run Book Profits Club. And unfortunately, I had to make a decision for what was going to be best for my household. And I decided to put Urban CEO on the shelf. I still love the mission. I love what it's about, what everything it's about, all of that. But do y'all know that my income for my business not just my sales. I'm talking about my personal income in Book Profits Club went from making, we went from doing nice little six figures, hitting right at six figures, to doing multiple six figures when I put Urban CEO up on the shelf. Because now I had more time to focus on what was important in this one business, becoming the best in this business, creating better results and better systems. Does that make sense? So it's so important, guys, that we understand that. So let's talk about your success funnel. The first item that you're going to have is not your book. It's not your book. It is called a hook item. Now, many people call these different things. In Book Profits Club, we call it a hook item. It is designed to hook, like a hook on a fishing pole. There's a fishing pole right there. It hooks your client, potential client, right? It hooks them. Now, in order for you to hook someone, you got to give them something good. If you go fishing and you just put a hook out there in the water with nothing on it, no kind of bait, are the fish gonna bite? Now, you might get one or two, and this is what it looks like when people say, join my email list. There's no bait on that. Don't nobody want to join your email list, right? If you want to be kept up to date, that's no bait on that, right? You got to give somebody some good bait. There's different kinds of baits out there, right? And so you want to give them something good that literally you put it in the water, everybody's biting. So your hook item is going to be something that's going to attract their attention. Now, it really depends on what your book is about, guys, and how you plan to leverage it for your end in mind. It's a young lady that was in the Facebook group. Hold on, let me go find her post because I wanted to use her, and I'll use many of your examples every now and then, guys. So just make sure that you stay engaged. So she said that she has a book about emotional healing after adultery, right? Woo, Jesus. Right. So what is something that we can connect to adultery and emotional healing, right? What could be a hook item? It could be, how about this? 7 ways, y'all stick with me, stay with me now. Because if you've been, if you've dealt with adultery, let's just say you on the one who got cheated on, right? You tight. Now, some of y'all, do y'all know what tight mean? Everybody heard that language before? For those who don't know what tight means, it means you're mad. You're upset at that person. You're tight. And so what we want to do when we're tight with someone, we want to get them back. So it could be 7 ways to get your adulterer back. Something like that. Because this is the deal. If I can be very honest, when we're dealing with pain and hurt, we ain't think about mental wellness right away. We're not thinking about, working on me. What we think about? I'm looking at what they doing. I'm checking out what they do. So why don't we create something that we know, and I'm just using that from experience, but why don't we use something that we know is going to grab their attention? But what you do on the back end is you work on those mental challenges, those personal issues that they don't think that they got to worry about right now. Right now, I just need to focus on getting them back. So you can create an ebook, the 7 secrets or 7 ways to get back at your ex. So not to get your ex back, but to get back at them, right? So how to get back at them, how I'm going to get them. Right? 7 ways. And I'm telling, now y'all may think this sounds crazy, but see, this is the thing when it comes to marketing. Many of us were so busy trying to just keep it simple, keep it easy, keep it special, keep it sweet, keep it nice. When the truth is that when you look at social media today, what is it that majority of people gravitate to? The negative. They don't gravitate to the positive. They don't want to know about how can I heal right now. They want to know how can I get that person back. They want to know how can I tear this person down, right? Amen. Amen. Am I lying? Okay. You're not condoning it. You're trying to grab their attention. Then what you do is they say, okay, yep, I want them 7 tips to get them back. Now, I don't know what the book is, but let's just call it, maybe it's called Marital Crisis. When they go and download or subscribe to get your ebook, then they get an opportunity to upgrade and purchase your book for $20. Now, you could do a couple of things, right? Because remember, I haven't said this to y'all yet. The biggest mistake that authors make is they write a book to sell the book versus writing a book to sell. Can I ask y'all a question? Are y'all still with me? If y'all are still with me, type with you in the chat. Because I see as people looking, and do me another favor. Can you give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube? But type with you in the chat. Y'all, I need us to start thinking like business owners. So this is what we about to do real quick. Okay, watch this. Okay, y'all with me? Watch this. Let's pretend you go to an event, right? And the event is a women's empowerment event. It's all for women and stuff like that. Your book is about marital status, marital bliss, overcoming adultery, getting your you back and all that, right? Okay. Hello. All right. And you're at this event and let's say they've spent to be there $297 for a one-day event, $297 Now, some of us will say, wow, this is great, $297. They say, you know what? Let me see, what's the young lady's name? Donica, can you come and speak to these women? We have about 50 women that are going to be at this event. Can you come and speak to them? And you can bring your books, Donica. You could bring your books. And Donica says, oh, amazing. I'm so excited, Chad. I'm about to go to this event. They just spent $297. I know they're going to buy my book. So Donica says, she gets on the stage and does her talk. And at the end, she says, and by the way, I have my books for sale. Let's say out of that 50 people, 10 people go to get the book for $20. They get 10 people. Now, for whatever reason, they didn't go get it, because I don't know about you. Like, I'm one of those types of people when I go to conferences and stuff and they sell like a book or something. If it's like too much for me to have to go get it, in my mind, it's only $20, so it's not a big deal. I'm not even going to go get it. I'll get it later, which we never do, right? Or if I got to wait in this long line or whatever it may be, I don't know if I want to do all of that or whatever, right? I got to hurry up and run, whatever it might be. I'm telling you, there's reasons why people might not buy. It doesn't always mean they don't have the money. But these people already spent $297 to be there. Now, is it safe to say that if they've spent $297 for a women's empowerment event, that they like to invest into stuff? It is. So the one option could be, let me sell my books, and I sell 10 books. That means I got 10 contacts from this event. Or what I do is I say, well, listen, I would love to come and speak. What is your budget? They may not have one. You say, well, can you buy everybody a book at cost? Now, the book, right? What's going on, BPC in the house? What's up? So the book, let's say the book costs you $10. So you only make it, right? You're making a $10 profit. The book costs you $10. And you say, can you go ahead and buy a book for each one of them? Right? That take advantage of this offer that I'm going to do, or whatever, you work it out. And then she say, sure. So she going to pay you $500. $500, you break even because you're basically paying for the cost to print and ship the book. You break even. Does that make sense? But what you do on the stage, you say, but listen, you're only going to be responsible for the books that people actually take advantage of. But you got to sell this. And so what I do is I get on the stage, I say, listen, how many of you guys like free? Raise your hand. They say, me, I love free. Well, listen, I actually have my brand new book called Marital something, right? And I know that this book is going to change your lives. And I have put together a deal with your host and told her that everybody here is going to get a free copy if you follow this instruction. Everybody take their phone out right now. Take your phone out right now. And what I want you to do is text, give me my book to number. And then it's going to ask you a couple of things. It's going to ask you for your name, your email, and all that stuff. So just fill it out. And it's going to ask you one final question just about what your marital status is. Are you single, divorced, cheated on? Certain questions that you might ask, right? You'll ask because this is your space. And so now, would you like to know more information about what I do, right? And they say yes. And let's just say out of those 50 people, you get 40 people that do it. Now, what I would do during my talk, because I like to be disruptive, During my talk, I'm going to delegate someone that's at the front, and I'm going to, hey, what's your name? Jennifer. Everybody, let's give it up for Jennifer, because she is going to be my assistant for the day. So when you send your text message in, it's going to follow you through the prompts. I want you to do it right now. And as you send it in, and when you finally do it, it's going to send you a picture with me saying, come and get your book. And all you have to do is walk on up to the front with Jennifer and show her that, and she's going to give you a copy. At the end, if you want, I will autograph and take pictures, okay? So do it while we're doing the talk. Now, if anybody that is watching this video is in sales, does anybody know what I'm doing right now? First of all, it's some NLP. I will tell you that. It's some neuro-linguistic programming. Because literally what I'm doing is I am creating the opportunity for people to have a fear of loss. And I might say it's 50 women there. I might say I only have 40 books. Okay. Now, can I ask you a serious question? Would I rather walk away with 10 leads of a one-time purchase for $200 or 40 leads of people who spend $297 to come to a one-day event? Hello? Give me the 40 people. Are y'all with me? Give me the 40 people all day, every day. I need the contact information. Guys, let me tell you something. The companies out here that make the most money, it's not because they do good with one-time sales. They do good with multiple sales. How many of you guys have been on Amazon today? Y'all think Amazon is an online store. No, they are the world's best database collector. Because when you buy stuff and you log into your account, they know what you buy. They start recommending stuff to you. They know they start sending you recommendations, discounts. They sent me an Amazon stick because I guess they knew I needed one, child. And it said you could get it for $40 off. I wasn't even thinking about getting no Amazon stick. Now, because they said $40 off, this $10, why not? Let me take advantage of the discount because they are a database collector. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to win in this business, for you to win as an entrepreneur, for you to win and make this money that you deserve, you have to be willing to build your database because where the database is built, the money is made.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar. Y'all got to be building y'all database, y'all. I'm serious. All of this selling on third-party websites where they get your contact details, they get your leads, they start recommending, stop doing it. Just because you see everybody doing it don't mean that is what you're supposed to do. Do you see the 3%ers doing it? Does this make sense? So we have to be building that database. How do we build it? You go to the hook item, you upgrade and purchase my book, okay? Now, there's so many different ways you could do it. You can have it where you offer the book for free and they just pay for shipping. You break even. The more people, and I'm gonna tell you this, guys, the difference between someone spending $10 with you and $10,000 with you, the only difference is you displaying enough value to them. But what happens, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you lose that $10 customer, you now have difficulty getting back in front of them. And I want somebody to type in the chat and let me know how many times does it take for you to be in front of a person before they make a decision to buy? How many touches? Somebody type that in the chat. How many times do you need to be in front of a person before they make a decision to buy? Type that in the chat and let me know, because we must understand that the one time of them seeing us, that is not going to be the one time where they like, oh, now you're going to have some people where they're going to be like, you know what? You are who I've been looking for. Praise the Lord. And a lot of times, let me tell you what happened. Somebody else was out there and got in front of them and showed them. And then they started looking it up and seeing other stuff. And then because that first person initiated and did not collect their contact, lost out on the money. You guys are correct. I mean, literally, it can take a ton, but it's typically between 7 to 10 touches. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I like what Catch the Vision, Love Inspiration said, because Y'all, today with this world, with so much scamming going on, with so many people finding other ways to get something for better price and all type of stuff, guys, you got to know how to stay in front of that person. So if you're not building up your database with your hook item, honey, what are we doing? And then you upgrade. Now, if somebody wants my book at a conference, I need their contact information. Does that make sense? So I would rather go to a conference and I would give away 40 books before I would be focusing on selling 10 books. I'm telling you guys, because you have to be willing to invest into your business. Your book is a marketing tool. And last time I checked, one of the most expensive bills what's the word I wanted to say? Not bills, another word I want to use. But one of the most expensive bills when it comes to your business is your marketing. But if you learn how to leverage your tools, you can do it all day, every day. And let's pretend out of this 40, again, 20% of them become clients. What is that? What is 20% of 40? That's 8. If your product price is $500, are y'all with me? How many times would you do this over and over? So you can make your $200 from your 10 book sales, which we know that's not all profit. Or you could say, you know what? Let me give these 40 books up, even if they only can give me the cost or give me a couple dollars. I don't care. Let's work it out. And instead, I could be able to do this. What was that? $3,000, $4,000? Yeah, I can't count today. That's 4,000. I'm tripping. Would you rather make $200 or $4,000? Which one y'all trying to do? And let me ask you this. If you had an opportunity to be at a conference where you could do this, leveraging your book, and we're going to talk about that higher ticket product or service, right? But if you could how many times would you do this to be able to make this type of money? Like, how many times would you be willing to give up 40 books at cost or even giving them away to make $40,000? How many times, guys, would you do that? Type that in the chat. Let me know. So what's the next items in your success funnel? We have what is called a core item. Now, your core item is going to be priced anywhere between $97 to $497. It just depends on how long you've been doing what you've been doing, what are you offering, et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, like, profit wise, you want to be profiting about $97 to $497. Okay. Now, this is the dealio with your core item. It can be products. It could be a one-on-one session. It could be a one-day event. It could be anything, but it just needs to be one item. One thing. Don't try to have multiple different core items unless, like, we have a young lady, she actually helps women who are dealing with perimenopause. And so based on your symptoms, she has 4 different kits, but it's still a kit, right? So she has 4 different kits based on the symptoms that she can sell to you. Does that make sense? So it's still, but this is her core item. So what she does is you fill out a questionnaire so that she can identify what is going to be the best kit. But this is a product that she's selling. For some of you guys, your core might be a combination package. It could be, it could be a planner with your book and maybe, let's say with this particular one, with the marital, it could be a planner, a book. It might even be maybe a Pamper Me kit. So she can get like a custom robe that she can order from Alibaba. She could then maybe have like the glad, little things, some candles. I actually know a lady that if you want to white label your own candle line, y'all, I got this candle she sent me. Listen, she sent me this candle. Isabel Rojas. I have not even lit it. I just opened it. Oh my God. I haven't even lit it. All I got to do is open up the candle, baby. And this thing just be smelling up the whole room. So one of the things that we offer to our Book Profits Club Gold members when they join is we send them a candle, right? So you could create like a nice little kit. It doesn't always have to be coaching because some of us like, well, I don't want to do no coaching. I don't want to do coaching. You could create a program with products that will be able to suffice. So you pick one thing, between 97 to 497 that you're profiting. Now, if you notice, I said your product that you're selling or where people purchase is going to be $500. I'm not talking about your core. You'll never see me talk about your core. Your core is what we like to call extra money. Okay, so this right here is just simply extra money. Where we focus on as far as your income goals is based on your premium. Now, this is your high ticket product, service, package, etc. And most of you guys are going to start at $497. Now, my premium started at $497. That was the first offer I ever made. But then I went up. By the time my boot camp retired, I retired my 3-day boot camp last year. When we retired, we were at $7,000 per person for our 3-day boot camp. Now, let's talk about this. Can we have a real conversation? Y'all with me? Are y'all still with me? Can we talk real quick? Because you will have a lot of coaches today that will tell you that you need to be charging for premium $5,000 and stuff like that. 5,000 plus, that's where you need to start. I am not in disagreement, but I'm also not in agreement, okay? If I would have came out the gate charging $5,000 for my program, I probably would not be in business today. And let me tell you why. Because when you first get into the space of entrepreneurship, providing products and services, and especially coaching, right? You don't really know what people are going to like and what they're not going to like. You don't really know what they really want and what they don't want, right? And so as I've grown through this process, and as I've grown with more clients, I've had to learn, okay, let me remove this portion, let me add this, tweak it, and make it better. And so every single time I brought a new client in, we made our program better. We provided better results. We provided better products. We provided better transformation. And so if I would have started at 5K, I would have probably had people that would have enrolled and been ready to get their money back with no results, right? So for me, I started at the gradual starting spot, and every 5 clients or so, I would increase it based on the deliverables. Now, again, everybody is not going to agree with me on this. I don't really believe in charging people these astronomical fees just because you can. I'm not saying that you should, but I also do believe in providing value for value. Back in the day, when people would go and barter, right? You know, before we came up with money, which was created by man. And this is also why we need to stop putting money on such a big pedestal, because it is just money. But when we would barter stuff back in the day, if somebody had some beans and they wanted rice, so they can make some rice and beans or rice and peas for dinner, they would exchange their rice for a certain amount of beans in order to have an equal value exchange. Now, let's just kind of put it into equations. Let's say that they wanted to be able to feed their family of 4. And so in exchange of enough for 4 people worth of rice, I would like to get 4 people's worth of beans. It was an even exchange. But today, what I'm seeing more than ever is that people are creating products and services, and it's not an equal exchange. And unfortunately, when you do that, I'm not saying that it won't work, but I am saying it's hard to sustain that. So you want to make sure that as you are growing in this entrepreneurship space, whatever your products and services are, that you're creating a product that is giving people equal value for value. Now, that is what the success funnel looks like. I want to give you just a couple of examples based on different types of businesses and things like that, right? So let's just say, for example, we actually have a young lady who is in Book Profits Club, who is a fictional author, and it's like an urban fictional book. How can we turn this into multiple streams of income? Now, for fictional books, what I would do First of all, it's still just as easy to pitch yourself to speak on stages as even as a fiction author, because there are people who like to go to different kind of conferences, fictional story type conferences, poetry conferences, all types of stuff where you can get on and leverage speaking, right? Maybe you don't want to speak. Well, then hire you someone who could do it for you, who could speak it for you. There's just so much out here, right? So let's just say you have, and then of course being interviewed. So if people interview you on podcasts and things like that, they say, well, listen, how can we get in touch with you? Well, I'm going to offer you a free chapter of my book. Okay, free chapter of my book. And this is going to be a free chapter of my very first book that you can just get a little taste of how amazing this book is and how it'll blow you away. Now, when they go to purchase or to subscribe to get your free chapter, they're going to submit their name, email, they're going to submit their phone. And the cool thing is this: when you have a CRM, customer relationship management tool, it will tell you when people have like clicked on certain things. Matter of fact, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing a presentation right now, another one, but if I have enough time and you guys are still here, I can show you an example of how a CRM can show you, like if somebody opens the email and things like that. There's all types of stuff that you could do, right? So you can then, once they submit their name, email, and phone number, you can then add them to your email list and you start sending them email series. Maybe you create, for a non-fictional book, a series of emails about each one of the characters in your book. Now, when they go to get that free chapter, on the next page, it's going to say, hey, you can actually get my book today at a discount, right? You can get my book today at a discount, or you can get a combination of all my books for this price, right? So what I do is I say that when you go to my page, you can get all 4 of my books for the price of 3. And right now, because I have some additional books that are not necessarily tailored to the transformation, I'm even throwing in some of those books just as a little gift. Hook you up. How you doing, right? So you can get all my books, right? So remember this, but this is not money we spend. This is money we use to reinvest back into marketing. That's another thing. When you do make money from your book sales, guys, stop spending it. Use this money to reinvest back into your business that you are running. Hello? Y'all with me? Okay, so what could be a core? That's easy. So an urban, typically in urban, what do you, when you think about urban, guys, let's participate in the chat. When you think about urban, what are some things that come to mind as far as like what you could sell? When you think about urban, what are some things that come to mind about what you could sell? Well, first of all, think about the characters within the book, right? So she might have a character that always is rocking this particular type of hoodie. Maybe he's rocking this hoodie all the time, the red hoodie. And so why don't I search red urban hoodie, and you can have one customized. Look at this. So you see this? So this is somebody that created their own line. And so maybe, you know, whatever the book is called, you can, this is kind of dope. And look, they sell them for $36. I know for a fact you can get these hoodies for the low, and then you can get them printed for the low, and you can make a tremendous profit. Amen. So this could be a core product. You might have a hoodie. And by the way, do we know, are there hoodies that are sold for more than that? You might even have the full outfit. It could be the whole outfit, the hoodie and the pants. And your goal is to profit 97. So we'll say that whatever the name, yep, t-shirts, absolutely. That when you think about urban, you think about t-shirts, you think about merch, right? So I would then say my core could be, let's just say the character's name is, what's an urban name I want to use? Jaquez, right? So you can get Jaquez's outfit and you send out an email. Hey, who would like to get the outfit that Jaquez is wearing in the book? What? Of course, because Jaquez is a dresser. Jaquez gets all the honeys, right? And so you can sell Jaquez's outfit, and you can say we also have them in a female version as well. $97 full sweatsuit. Now, this is your core item. Now you got people walking around. How do I know that this can work? Because Harry Potter does it. They sell cloaks. They sell wands. They sell all type of stuff. Magic potion, whole lot of water. They literally put something in a special looking bottle, call it potion, and it's water. Oh, it might be some juice. I don't know. But you can create something in your core. And then your premium, what could be something that you could charge $497? It could be, let's just say twice a year, you do I don't know what the book would be called. Let me see. Urban book titles. I'm going to Google urban book titles, right? Urban book titles. Let's see. Best urban book titles. God Forgives. Faith and Trust. Okay, these are. Stop Overthinking. See, stuff like that is easy because that's easy to create merch for. I'm trying to think of something like Urban Hood. The Dirty South Thug. There's a book called Dirty South Thug with 1,000+ reviews, right? Cool. You can have the Thug Retreat. Or whatever you might want to call. Maybe you don't want to call it a retreat. Something like that, right? And then what we do is we all gonna get together twice a year. We'll come meet in a location that's nice. It ain't urban, but you know, whatever. Or you can Hood Rich. You can go to the Hood Rich retreat, right? And so everybody come out twice a year. We of course gonna read the book. Everybody bring their book. Get your books autographed. We'll have some campfire discussions, something like that. But for $497, you can do that twice a year. Right? Boom. That's a premium. Or you could say, you know what, Jaquez, you got the Jaquez sweatsuit, but then for $497, you could get the chain. Shoot, it's urban. It's hood. You know, that's what I'm specifically thinking of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You can sell some jewelry. I know I spelled that wrong. Well, I don't know how to spell jewelry. Okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? You get you a rope and you can sell that. Hey, if you want to buy the rope that Jaquez is wearing, you see what I'm saying? And you could work it out even with maybe jewelers. But there's so many ways that you can make multiple streams of income, guys. You can create a whole outfit that can be in conjunction so you can look like the ladies man, Jaquez, or look like Shakira that's in the book too, right? And so you can literally take a fictional book and turn it into multiple streams of income. You could turn it into a meetup. You could turn it into the outfit. Easy peasy, right? Now, when it comes to coaching is one of the easiest things. As you guys know, I specifically work with coaches and speakers, but I believe even speakers should get into the coaching space. A lot of people say, Taria, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to do one-on-one coaching. Let me tell you something, guys. If you don't want to do coaching, maybe it's because you feel like you are burnt out or you're doing too much. You teach people how to treat you and you teach people how to work with you. It's not that I'm not working 12 hours right now because my clients. I'm working 12 hours because we have converted over to some new softwares so that we can make our business more efficient so that I don't have to always be the one doing everything, right? But when it comes to working with my clients, I have created something that is efficient, that does work, and it does not put me in a space where I feel like I have heavy weight on me. I actually love what I do, right? I love working with my clients. So when you say, I don't want to do coaching, it has everything to do with how you set yourself up and how you set up your business. You don't have to do one-on-one coaching, right? You don't have to do, if you want to do, the group and you want to hire someone to do the coaching for you, it could work. But anyway, so hook item. Now, by the way, your hook item doesn't always have to be an ebook. It could be like I have a masterclass. Now, some people get caught up on the wording and the verbiage. It don't matter what it is. It's masterclass, mastermind, I don't care. It's a 10 to 15 minute video that you were going to give some really good value. You can even take some content from the book and you can be able to give them some steps on how to do something. My masterclass is called the 10K Book Masterclass because my goal is to show you guys how to generate a book, how to have a book that generates over $10,000 a month. So in that masterclass, which is free, you're going to get the tips, or at least the starting tips on how to generate over $10,000 a month with your book. And it's only about 15 minutes long. It's straight to the point, right? Your your intro item is your book. And so again, when you register for my free masterclass, it's going to take you to the book page, and you can purchase my book or books. For those of you guys who have multiple books, right? I have a combination. My core item is BPC Gold. And the way that we're doing it now, guys, is we're not even allowing anyone to enroll into our premium until they qualify themselves with gold. And then my premium is BPC Elite. Now, I am going to tell you guys, some of you guys might have masterminds and inner circle programs. I don't recommend you start launching those until you have had a nice success rate of working with your clients, because there is another level that I have, which is our inner circle. But this is all that I focus on when it comes to my business. Does that make sense, guys? And so I'm able to literally leverage where I'm at and how to introduce people. By the way, you are always, whenever you're speaking in front of a cold audience, you are always offering your free giveaway. Even if they say, well, how can we buy your book? You're going to say, well, if you register for my free masterclass, you go register there. You'll also then see where I have a special deal for everybody who wants to purchase a copy of my book. Now, of course, you want to throw something in, whether it's a special discount for your book, or it might even be, when you get my book now, you're going to get this as well. Like, I used to incentivize people where if they bought my book, you would also get this. Let me show y'all. If you bought my book, oh, that's the wrong one. Out of all the ones, I picked up the silver one. You can call it platinum, though. If you purchase my book right now, you also can get this $100 golden bill, right? It looks like a real bill, and people love it. It's like a great bookmark, because my book is talking about money. It just kind of goes. So people love that. And so they'll end up buying it so that they can actually get the $100 bill. So that's an incentive. So when people say, how can I get your book? I say, go to 10kbook.com. Why? Because your contact information is way more important than you buying my book one time. Because I know that in order for I have people who have been following me for years. Some of y'all watching this video have been following me for years, and you are still not a Book Profits Club member. And so I know for a fact that it is important to have you on the database, right? Now, I did not even send this email out to anybody on my database to let them know about this training. But because it's recorded, I can then email them, because I'm focusing on also building up my YouTube. I can email them and invite them to watch the replay. Does that make sense? And so for those who did not make it, well, if they didn't make it, they didn't make it. But for those who are on my email list, they can get the notification like, hey, register. So that's how you do that. BPC Gold. Now, for some of you guys in the coaching space, when I first got started, I had my hook item, which, by the way, I had an ebook, and my ebook was the 6 reasons why you should write a book. That was my hook item. Then you could purchase a copy of my book, which was at the time a 6-figure vision. Okay. Then my core item, guess what it was, y'all? Dun, da, 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 a one-on-one strategy session. And then my premium was, dun, da, 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 my boot camp. So why do we have a success funnel? So that it allows you to meet people where they are at. It's not because everybody funnels in through this, though, right? Some people may be ready for the premium right off the bat. But if they're not yet ready, I don't want to lose them. So I'd rather have them on my list. My goal every day is getting new people to register for my hook item. When they go through the system, people do end up purchasing the books. Now, when I'm at an event, I can still leverage my books to get people on here, But again, my number one goal is not about book sales. It's ultimately to get people in the premium. And the only way I can get people to my premium products or services is they gotta be on my list, because I already know it takes 7 to 10 touches before a person makes a decision to buy. It is as simple as that. Let's say, I'm gonna just give another example. I wanna use the massage therapy. Y'all know I love massages. It's time for one. Let's use massage therapy. You have a service that you offer. You have a book, and your book, we know that's the intro. Let's say your book is catered to how to be less stressful as a corporate executive in a stressful environment, right? That's I would target, if I was a massage therapist, I would have a target audience of high earning professionals, because I ain't trying to be charging $100 here and there, right? Does that make sense? So I'm going to say something about being less stressful. Okay. Less stressful. All right. So that's my book. What could be a free giveaway in that? Well, I could have, and I'm thinking these are high earning individuals. So for many of them, they're not going to really just want an ebook on 7 steps. We got to think about our audience, right? So we got to think about what could be a dope little hook item for them, a free giveaway to get their contact information. Now, you might say it could be like a study showing how and why high-level professionals like hit their plateau at a certain income. So it could be more of a study, right? So I have a study where I have done extensive research that talks about the 7 reasons why many high earning professionals actually hit their income earning plateau. And this, I promise you, if you read this, is going to help you on the next steps of taking it to the next level. Remember, you're just a massage therapist though, right? But you talk about reducing stress. Hello? And one of the things is high levels of stress. And you say, how do you get rid of it? Well, I have a book. But then we have a core item. So what could our core item be? It could be a kit. And it could be a kit of aromatherapy that you sell, a kit of like a CD or audio for meditation, maybe even whether it be gummies or something like that. You know, I'm just thinking about something that you could offer. Gummies, and then maybe a sleep mask. And for this, your kit, whatever you call it, is $97. And then your premium, remember, you're only trying to serve high ticket clients, high successful executives. You're selling your package for $497, which comes with 2 massages or something like that. I've easily spent over $250+ for a massage before, especially because it was very unique. Like they did some stretching, you know, the oils. I like the aromatherapies. Like every time I go to get a massage now, I always like aromatherapy with my massage. Like they take it and they put it on your skin while they're massaging you, right? So it's not just to hear smell it. They literally massage it into your skin. I love stuff like that. So this now, $497, you trying to get to that 10,000, that's literally, and you can break this into, again, but even if that's 20 clients that you could serve, and let's just say you do 2 clients a day, that's working 10 days out the month. Hello? You working 10 days out the month making $10,000 massaging people because you go and target executive corporations and say, I want to come in and do a free talk about the stress that people are bringing on themselves and what's keeping them. Why do corporations want you to come in and talk about that? Because when the people are more productive, they're making more money, so are the corporations. Hello? So you just got to know who your audience is, guys, and you got to know how to niche it down. But the right book, you write the right book, is the marketing tool that opens up the doors for you to build multiple streams of income. I will easily where they at? Where the massage person that can come in here, give me the aromatherapies, do a little stretching. You know, I like a little stretching. I even went to this massage person in the Bahamas where she like put her out. It was like energy type massaging. I don't know, child. I ain't never felt so good after a massage. It was amazing. I don't know what it cost because my homegirl got it for me, but she ain't cheap. She probably spent about $200-$300 for that, okay? And I would even say, and don't tip me, because your tip, I have premium services and you're gonna pay premium prices, so you don't even need to tip me, right? But 20 clients a month at $500, and you, do y'all see what I'm saying? Well, 20 clients a month, 2 massages, that means, and let's just say you fit in 2 clients a day, then you will work about 20 days out of a 30-day month. And that's only about, what is it? How long is the massage? Let's say the massage is 2 hours. So that's 4 hours a day. Do y'all see what I'm saying? 4 hours a day, 20 days out the month, $10,000 a month. Y'all, it's just that simple. Well, listen, guys, I got to go. My team is messaging me like crazy. I think I'm supposed to be on the broadcast. So I got to go for that. But I hope this was good. If this was good, please leave a comment. Please share this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give your girl a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We've got more of this coming, y'all. Just make sure that you participate in the Facebook group. And also, if you would like to learn more about Book Profits Club and how you can be a member, all you need to do is go to this link right here, register for my free masterclass, 10kbook.com. You'll then get some details on how you can be a part of Book Profits Club, which is one of the best groups. I promise you, it's like accountability on steroids. All right. Well, my name is Taria Vision Avant. It's been a privilege and a pleasure. I pray that this information was of value, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Deuces.